spinning.
Got the best coaches in the game. We really ain't playing. We regroup up in the Slack chat where the coaches debrief. We be piecing these puzzles, occupy the chunk of the pie. Ain't no lie when we hit the block. Helmets, casket is top. You be seeing helmet after helmet, helmet after helmet. First place, second place, fifth place, eighth place, 12th place, 15, 16, 20. So many helmets, you got blurred vision. We got too many. Tick the check. Oh man, shit. They got us fucked up. Army, recruit. We pledge always to have that edge. We don't fire warning shots. Competition just dropped. We locked and loaded before lock. Whatever the time, yeah. Do you even correlate?
Being the best requires a willingness to outwork your competition. There's always someone smarter, faster, sharper, more naturally gifted to come around.
Welcome in, everybody. MLB DFS Army Live Lock Show. You got me, Choppadong. You got Tattoo. And if you guys saw what we were doing during the intro, while that intro is playing, me and I are dancing. We're doing our thing. Man, you whipped out the comb. You started combing the beard.
I know. We were reenacting the staff meeting last night.
You were just being morons trying to make each other laugh. If y'all are not in Discord, if there is really and truly Tattoo's on a very, very short list of people that I could have a whole lot of fun with in real life, because that dude, man, it's more when you can sit down side by side with somebody and just sit there and just try to make them laugh and and then the other guy tries to make you laugh and the other guy tries to make you laugh. A lot of times comes off as a good interaction. So I'm down for it.
Man, I just want to make people laugh and have a good time, man.
I tell
ain't here but one time.
When it comes to the ladies, I ain't got no game. I ain't worried about it. I'm just always going for the joke, going for the smile. You know, and 25 years ago, it worked one time. Yeah. We're still married, and it's all good.
I had advice one time from a guy, love him to death like my second dad, and he said, it don't matter how many no's you get. You're just looking for the one yes.
Oh, man, you're going to send me off the rails. While people are piling in here, we're going to be a quick show today. We don't have a lot to talk about. We got an early lock and all that good stuff. So that stuff works out really, really well. But one sidebar, because, man, if you bring something up that pops a memory in, I can't keep my mouth shut. I got to say it.
Me.
I had a roommate in college, and we went to his house for dinner one night. And we got talking a little bit. He said he was a Vietnam veteran, and when he got on leave for his 3-day pass, all he wanted to do was see boobies. That's all he wanted to do. He didn't need to get laid. He didn't need any of that stuff. He just go into the bars. All he wanted to do is see boobies. And believe it or not, this guy gave me some of the best cold market sales advice you could ever get. And in college, I didn't know would help me in so many different areas of life when it comes to knocking on doors, calling people on the phone, whatever the hell commission-only sales used to be. He said, and he goes, all I want to do is see boobies. He goes, and he looks at me, he goes, and I broke it down. And I went, what? And he goes, if you ask 100 women, just walk up to them cold, just never met the girl before in your life, say, I just want to see your boobies. He goes, 87 of them will tell you no. He goes, 11 of them will, like
smack you
their boobies, and 2 of them will smack you in the face or whatever it is. It added up to 100. And he was like, so really every time you get told no or every time you get slapped in the face, all you got to do is just go off to the next one. He goes, because the focus is on the 11 that say yes.
It's like when you enter 150 lineups, you're only looking for one to hit.
100%. And that's what I'm saying. The advice that gave me that became life advice was amazing, because it comes to whether it's asking girls out, whether it's building lineups, whether it's, knocking on doors and selling Edward Jones from door to door. It doesn't matter. You focus on the yes, not the no. If you know if you know your numbers, and this is the same with DFS and anything else, if you know your numbers, you can't beat the numbers, but the numbers also can't beat you.
And we have to entertain Chuck because he's having a rough day dealing with the public.
Well, it sounds like it. I want to type in his story. Go ahead. Let it rip. I mean, if you're lucky, that moronic customer's in here listening too. You can really tell the guy off. But until then, hopefully Chuck starts typing. While Chuck starts typing.
But he can tell the customer here instead of there and losing his job.
Well, absolutely. You say whatever you want here. We're all friends. It's all good.
Well, not anything we got told last night.
Yeah, we had some laws laid down on us last night.
I felt personally attacked. I said, he's been watching me and Chop.
I felt like the potty mouth was being toned down a little bit. He goes, say whatever you want behind the paywall, but out in front of the public, tone it down. I'm like, dude, we don't really do much. We don't really say much. We don't offend anybody. And anybody that does know us knows we're pretty harmless. All right, diving into the weather. That's a lot of zeros. We don't need to worry about that. We can just move right past it. Although 98 in Coors, I guess that's on the early slate. Did that game?
It's only 5 games.
He went boom skis a little bit, didn't it?
Started at 310. It probably did. I mean, I'm sure. I haven't looked.
Let's go take a quick peek.
Sucked so bad today.
Let's go take a quick peek at the ownership for those pitchers. Strider, Kirby.
Strider and Kirby. That's where you just stop.
Okay. We'll ask GPP pivots in a minute, but that's a pretty big jump, from 50-something% down to 28%. Those are your cash game pitchers. Everybody else is probably tournament only.
My cheat sheets have 2 pitchers.
Strider and Kirby?
Yeah. I had JP Sears, and I was like, I'm doing FanDuel. I don't need that guy.
Fine.
I was like,
who'd you take for FanDuel? If it was just Strider or Kirby?
Kirby.
It's Kirby. Do you feel he's more consistent than Strider? Do you feel he's got more upside? How did you make the decision between the two, or was it an ownership play?
Matchup. I mean, one's facing the White Sox, one's facing the best team in baseball.
We are almost on a small enough slate that you almost should, if you're building, say, 20 lineups, or even 3, you almost should take one of the White Sox stacks just in case. If you're in a large field, if you're in a small field, you don't need it. Don't worry about it. Move on. Just play it straight up. But if you're in large field stuff, over 1,000, 2,000, 5,000 people, it can't hurt to toss a buck on the White Sox and watch them tear up that ownership if Kirby ends up being super, super chalk. I mean, what you noticed, like on FanDuel the past couple of slates, there were Colorado bats. Bichette, Vlad, Varsho, those types of guys were like 80% plus owned.
And like Strider, 4 of his last 6 games, 2 of them he had 29 and 26. The other, and this is whatchamacallit, DraftKings, but 11 points for 10,000, 13 points for 10,000, 14 points for 10,000, and basically 15 points.
Yeah.
Looking
at Harlock played triple up, 137 players. Thanks for the results, buddy. Appreciate it. Anyone else with results, please share them. We love knowing when you guys are on heaters and when you guys are frustrated. It helps us cater what we're doing towards helping people out. Long's in here. That's great. I mean, it stinks that Harlock missed the line by a little bit, the cut line, but that happens. Of course, we're just trying to get – and I get asked this question a lot. What target score should I be shooting for? There is none. It changes from slate to slate. You need to be looking at a percentile of the contest you're in. If you're in a 100-man field, you need to be in the top 20% or the top 30% or the top half. The score makes no difference whatsoever, because if the chalk explodes, the scores all go up. And if the chalk doesn't go off, then the scores can stay pretty low. So Don's in here. Chuck's in here. Here we go.
Long won this morning.
That's right. That's good. Yeah, it rode on stock, but so did San Francisco bats. But if you won big on the morning slate, then you don't care. It's all good.
Just don't do like me and lose it all in the afternoon.
The only thing I want to know is, did anybody hit the pick 6 boost? If you're not, if you're in, I want to call them stupid states, and it's not red or blue or political, it's just whether or not they legalize sports betting. If you're in a stupid state that hasn't legalized sports betting yet, you're oftentimes eligible for that DraftKings pick 6, and Mutton Madness are killing it with the 2 and 3 pick. They're just killing it right now. Super, super, super easy picks. They've got the Proptimizer under the props tab on the website on DFS Army, and so they're just throwing the best picks in there, and they're capitalizing on some of the boosted odds. Like if it's a 6.5 strikeout prop and it drops to 5.5, that obviously increases your chances of hitting it. Boom, they take that, they put another pick in there. They're not building 5-6 leg parlays. They're building 2 and 3 leg parlays, and basically their death of pick 6 by 1,000 paper cuts. is what they're doing. And last night there was an 85% profit boost. I mean, I'm not betting $25 like they are, but they turned 25 into 165. I turned $5 into 35. I mean, you aren't going to beat that. And if you're bouncing around, if you play only the boosted stuff, much like DFS, here's the secret. I play poker, I play DFS, I do a little sports betting. I'm going to lay the secret on everybody right now. Find games you can beat and play them a ton. That's it. If you beat head-to-heads, play a ton of them. If you beat large field GPPs, play a ton of them. It doesn't matter. Find games you can beat with soft competition in it, and then just load the volume in. That's what all the shows are doing. When you see, 100-person trains in the nickel, and you're like, why is this guy playing the nickel? He found people he can beat, and he's beating shit out of them. Pretty simple.
Nothing wrong with punching down and gambling.
Yep. So, Carnage Report, Kirby, Strider, Springs in the middle. Springs got an ISO against. We got the ISOs. There's no blue ISOs. There's nobody over 500.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Kirby's got the upside, 440 to 571. Springs has some upside. Strider has upside. And a lot of the others are kind of, well, I guess Dustin May has a little bit, but his ISO against is KC might hit some out tonight. This is it's not a great pitching slate.
No, like I said, it's two pitchers. I mean,
right.
Like so, I might 20 max tonight just because I'm going to lock in those two pitchers in every lineup.
And then we'll just dive into where you might go with some of those stacks, because I'm going to guess Padres are on there again. Atlanta might be on there again. Hopefully KC and Seattle are on there again, because these are the guys pulling the ISO against the pitchers. And again, if you get into the wrong side of somebody's bullpen, usually you get some mop-up duty. If you get really lucky, you get a position player at the end of it, and you can really put some thump in your stacks.
All right. Well, I got 3 tier 1 and 5 tier 2.
There's only 10 teams on the slate, man.
Well, 2 of them didn't make the cut.
Well, let's go reverse here and see if you can guess who he left out. I'm going to guess he left out the Chicago White Sox and the Washington Nationals. Did I hit it?
You got one of them.
I got one of them. Ooh. Who did you leave out if it's not? You got a little bit. Oh, man. I mean, I'd say KC, or it ain't going to be Milwaukee.
Yeah, it actually is.
It is Milwaukee?
Yeah, I mean, I figured if
because you're going to
be
pitchers now.
But I think I wrote in my notes, it was a couple players from Milwaukee. I was like, if you're not going to use Strider, take this guy or.
I want to run a streak of people winning. Let's see. Right now, Chuck's in the lead at 2. You guys start guessing his tier 1 teams. He's got 3 of them. All right. I want to see if when we keep doing this show, I want to see if anyone can run off who wants to run off the longest streak. I'm on 2 myself. Now I guess we should count one or the other. Like if I win on FanDuel but lose on DraftKings, and then tomorrow night win on win on DraftKings but lose on FanDuel, then my streak's at 1. It doesn't count just because I won on both sites. It's not interchangeable. So Edward says Oakland and Harlock says Seattle. I bet Seattle's tier 1.
But yeah, Seattle and Edward, it's Sacramento now.
They got we'll call them. Okay.
But yeah, I'm just messing with them. But yeah, Oakland and goddamn, you got me saying it. Athletics and Seattle are 2 of them.
And here's a good option.
They're not.
This is what we've talked about repeatedly: 2nd and 3rd ranked implied run total teams, and look at us down here in ownership. Like 5th and 6th, well below the chalk. So that's a very, very good indicator that we can take some leverage in that spot. And on a smaller slate, we're not on a 12-game massive slate. On a smaller slate, that's actually really, really good timing. So I like it. I concur. I'd be all over that myself. Now, San Diego and KC, they're carrying a lot of ownership. I'm kind of San Diego's getting DeSclafani.
Yeah, they're 2.
They are tier 2
because of their inconsistency.
They're in tier 2.
Yeah.
Okay. Who's your other tier 1 team? Can you guys guess it? Is it KC or did he go somewhere else? Because KC, man, I mean, I guess I can see it. Cheap bats. A lot of ex-Woba and a lot of power against Dustin May. So interesting. Yeah. So Padres are 2. See if we can get that other tier 1 team. And then we can move on, just rattle the others off because we know Milwaukee and Chicago aren't in there.
I mean, we basically said it.
Who said it?
You.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't trust May either.
No.
All right, throw it to the boys. If I admitted it, go ahead and knock my loose lips.
KC.
Yeah, I can see it. I'm tempted. Looking at leverage stacks, I am actually tempted tonight to do some kind of a, 20 lineups in the mini max. So I don't need to do 100, 20 or 25 lineups in the mini max. Just
I'll run 20, split those 3 teams up as my 5-man and let the minis eat.
Yeah, I can even take San Diego and KC and toss them and then focus on the other 4 or 5 teams that are next down the list and let it rip. I tend to do that more now. I didn't used to be that contrarian, and that's not wild contrarian. That's not crazy, goofy contrarian. But another thing, a crazy, goofy contrarian would be stacking the White Sox. And what I'm saying is the slate is just small enough that it wouldn't be maybe the worst idea if you're really one of those people that just loves doing the complete opposite of what anybody would ever recommend. Milwaukee might be down there depending on, the opposing pitcher exposure that you're taking. But generally speaking, sticking around up here in the high IRT column stuff and then looking for the discrepancies in the ownership, Boston would be another one. Those are the teams that you can really, really hone in on. And if you do that, again, are you going to win every night? No. But if you do that night in, night out, night in, night out, night in, night out, you've got yourself about as good a chance as anybody at having a successful, season, whatever you want to call it. Let's dive in here to our boys in. I'm just going to lock in Kirby and Strider.
Yeah, that's right.
For you, I'm going to see if we can't build ourselves a top 5 hitting order only lineup with about, say, let's start at 225-ish. Build 10 lineups, 99%, go. Is it going to do it? It did it. So let's go to 235. Go. This is just the cash game way to do it, guys. Oh, it did it. Wow. 245. Did the numbers change or is it still stuck on that 240? Stuck on 240. Can it get me 240 or do I got to come down to 235? It got, 9 teams. Fine. Can you get me 5 teams? Because I don't need 10 teams to choose from. It's too confusing. You got me 5 teams at 240 plus. So when I come down here, again, they're all top 5, top 6 hitters. I would get rid of Adam Frazier. Let me just see if it'll do it. If it doesn't, I'll just put it back in there and we'll just walk through them. Nope, only 2 teams. So you got to loosen up the ownership a little bit, which, again, that's fine. I will do that for my own cash lineups. I'm really having some success sticking to those top 5 in the batting order for cash games. My scores have not been impressive, but they've been over the cut line for halfway. They're not winning GPPs. They're not hitting triple ups or quintuple ups or any of that jazz. To do that, you're going to have to correlate stack and probably use some value bats in your lineups. But not too bad. It's got some Atlanta in it. Paul, my kid calls him D. Jong. Paul D. Jong in the 3-hole in Washington. Interesting. Don't know that I would call that guy cash safe. But Kittle Marte, Pasquantino is a power bat. Sean Murphy is a non-negotiable today. Bobby Witt, cash safe. Ozuna, maybe. Frazier is probably a guy that I would look to get past as well. Eli White.
I love Ozuna, just probably not in my cash game.
Yeah. You like him tonight? Is he a Don call?
No, but he's
we can still call him bong calls, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll call
Drugs
him
weren't
calls.
in the list of rules last night.
I'm with you. I didn't hear it either. I just wanted to double check because So that's not a terrible lineup. This one's a little more Braves heavy. Miguel Garcia and Bobby Witt instead of Pasquantino. That might be a little more cash safe. Jackson Merrill's been tearing the cover off the ball.
Yeah, I love winning tonight.
Yeah, I mean, that's not a bad lineup either. If you like that lineup over that lineup, 2 lineups, 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 2 lineu run it, Pasquantino again, Polanco, if you like him, Blaze Alexander, I don't know, but Bobby Witt, Merrill Ozuna, Blade. This one maybe feels a little bit different than the other one. And it's
Blaze
different.
He's
Different
usually been
strokes for
hitting
different
about
folks.
6th or something recently, I think.
What's that?
I said Blaze has been hitting like in the middle of the order recently.
Yeah. They got him up to 6, and he's confirmed. He's got the green check. So Tatis leading off. I mean, if you want to pay $5,800 for him, I don't know that I do, but I like where these lineups are generally going. Locklear, Kittle Marte, Ernest, Merrill, Blade. I don't know if I want 2 Oakland guys in there. I'm probably on lineup 1 or 2 myself, and then I'll probably try to get that 6th hole hitter out of there. Again, personally, because the way cash works is really and truly you're just trying to get all those opportunities you can get. It's about heavy running backs with a lot of carries and passing game work. It's about red zone usage. In MLB, it's about at-bats, and then some consistency like WOBA, stuff like that. I don't play just 50-50 contests, Harlock. I play I like to play the double ups right now only because they're a true double up from $5 to $10 instead of $5 to $9, but they are also a little harder to hit, top 45%, top 40%, whatever the hell the number is. It's the same as a 50-50 in terms of like long-term how you're going to hit those contests, but they're guaranteed. So if I get in late, which I often do when we're talking on this show, I get in late and put my lineups in these contests up against lock, I can get a little bit of overlay because they're guaranteed contests. I can get 3 or 4 or maybe 10 people from filling the contest. And the 50-50s don't go off unless they fill in a lot of cases. And that would keep me from getting any money involved. And I'd like to at least, get something in there guaranteed. But I'm not afraid. If you're just doing the way that I just did it and you're just loading up cash lineups, it's fine. Keep them in the 50-50s, double ups, whatever, rock and roll. But if you want to do what Tattoo does, which is stack them a little bit, use those chalk stacks, use those same lock pitchers, but put a little bit more correlation into it, you're kind of starting to build what we call that hybrid lineup. If you remember years and years ago, Geek started talking about hybrid lineups for head-to-heads. There's another tip that I'm going to drop on everybody right now.
Just a tip, though.
Just a tip. Head-to-head is different than 50-50. You will not hear anybody say this out in the industry. The reason why, your head-to-head, you have to sweep them. If you want to double your money, you have to sweep them. 50-50s and double-ups are all or nothing. You either win it or you lose it. Head-to-heads, you get back 30%, get back, maybe you profit 30%, whatever it is. But the goal to me, to a head-to-head, if I'm entering 5 head-to-heads, I want to win them, right? But some of these guys that take a lot of volume will actually take 30, 50, 100 head-to-heads. If you're going to win all of your head-to-heads and you've only got 5 of them, that's what, 20% per lineup, right? 1 out of 5. But if you're doing 100, it's 1% per lineup. You need a top 99%, or really a top 1%. You need to beat 99% of the world to sweep your head-to-heads. So if you're trying to sweep your head, it's one thing if you're just in there to take, I just want to beat 75% of everybody. Again, great. But you're not going to do that on cash lineups too often. You need a little bit of upside. So we coined the phrase years ago that you kind of need a hybridized lineup. That's where Geek in cash would start stacking quarterback and wide receiver. He wouldn't full on stack with a second wide receiver or a tight end, and he wouldn't run it back and all that stuff you're going to hear us start talking about here in the next couple of weeks. But he would stack quarterback, wide receiver at a minimum, and then he would take that upside and he would get that score 20% higher than just a normal cash game lineup. And that would allow him to make an extra 20% ROI in his head-to-head competitions when he was taking value. Or taking volume. When he and I started talking back and forth about that, we started writing articles to the hybrid lineup. And the hybrid lineup is perfect for the way that I play, which is 100-man contests where I'm doing ladders, double ups, triple ups, quintuple ups, 100-man leagues. So if you want to play just 50-50s and double ups, perfect. It's fine. Use that cash lineup system. Do that. But if you want to stack a little bit, 3x2, 4x3, 3x3, stuff like that with those chalk stacks, get those babies in those triple ups and quintuple ups, and you just might surprise yourself because you're going to add more and more ROI on your good nights. And your good nights pay for multiple bad nights as well. So there you go. Dropping a little bit of tip for everybody. But as Tattoo said, just
Just
the tip. If you guys want deeper thoughts like that, you want deeper discussions like that, you got to get inside dfsarmy.com. And, of course, that's what the banner scrolling down there tells you is 50% off that first month using NFL 2025. Any membership, single sport, full access. We've got an all football membership tier this year. That's new. All football is college football, UFL, and NFL. That's a pretty sweet little deal if you don't like playing the other sports. But if you do like playing the other sports, that 50% off coupon still applies. And it applies to your upgrades too. If you guys are in here and listening to us day in and day out, and you're already a MLB guy or you're already a football guy or whatever, and you want to add on that second sport, you might as well just become a VIP because it starts becoming cost effective at that point. And that is priced that way for a reason. So what you got for me, buddy?
Of all, hockey.
Yeah, you can't leave out hockey. You can't leave out hockey. I come and go because I get pulled in other directions. But hockey, football, I don't do basketball. Football, baseball, and hockey is where I cut my teeth.
Yeah.
I'll do a little bit of PGA, a little bit of NASCAR when I got the time to follow the boys. Basketball is like the last sport that I'll play because I just don't.
I don't watch it.
I just don't enjoy it.
I watch college. College is fun, Yeah,
it used to be before all the NIL and transfer portal stuff, and now I don't even have like a third or fourth year guy returning back to my squad. If he is, he's a bench dude that might play his way into the starting five by the time he's 27 years old. I don't know. It's not my thing anymore. It sucks. I'm a huge diehard Jayhawk fan, born and bred 3 generations down here at KU, and that ticks off the Mizzou people, being that I live in St. Louis, but they can suck a melon. What else you got for us today? We've dropped a few tips. We can get out and we can start building. We got about 30 minutes till lock. So,
I love like Ozzy Albies today. Just great history. He's 8 for 16 with 3 home runs and 2 extra base hits. I like Ozuna today. But yeah, I really like that Kansas City Boston game. Like that's one I'm looking to attack. But yeah, that's small slate, not a whole lot.
Yeah. So in that case, we can probably grip it and rip it here at under 30 minutes today, unless everybody else has any questions. You really are dying to get some kind of a question answered. I don't think that we're pivoting off those pitchers even in tournaments, maybe a third pitcher in like bigger field GPPs.
Yeah. But it ain't even really, nobody got no huge K upside or.
Yeah. You're just trying to kind of throw a dart at the board, which I know you're a darts guy. I don't know. It's kind of about it. Your stacks it's whether or not you want to eat those top 2 teams in chalk or you want to get a little bit off the chalk, but I would not go all the way to the bottom again, unless I was playing a huge field and trying to win it. Then it would make sense. But other than that, just stay in the zone. Let's just go lock up some money tonight. Let the projections do their thing. And a little bit of leverage mixed in there and just play smart. Let everybody else trip over their own shoelaces, because if we let them, they will.
If you want a wild home run, which I wanted to play him, but I can't because I have Strider in every lineup. But I like Andrew Vaughn to hit a home run tonight.
Okay. Yeah, I don't mind that one. Yeah, so we'll see. I would probably click to pick on Ozuna. I do like him quite a bit. Who else? But honestly, as high as he's going to be owned, him and like a Sean Murphy type, if they both hit bombs tonight, yeah, you're going to feel good about your lineup and the people you put in it, but that's just going to move the cash line higher.
Yeah.
It's fine if they do, but it's just going to move. And then again, what are they going to be? 50, 60% owned maybe? If that's the case, then there are still 40% of people that missed the boat, and you'll at least jump over them. So maybe that makes a difference for somebody or not, but it should just move everybody slightly higher and make it a little tougher to cash. But all right, that's it for me. Is that it for you, bud?
Yeah.
Ozuna at plus 600 to hit a dong?
Yeah.
Wow, I might even throw a ducat on that one.
Yeah. Where's that at, Ed? I would say I swear on Jesus, Bally is the worst app in the history of sports betting. But they just have stupid great odds.
Never used it. I always go to my bookie.
It makes me want to throw my phone out the window.
That's funny. I live in a stupid state, so I've only got the pick six stuff unless I go offshore, which I'm not afraid to do. I go offshore sometimes. That's where I would go if I wanted to put a buck on Ozuna, and I might do that if I get the time. But I'm going to go build some lineups. Looks like you are too. Guys, jump in here. Get in the Discord. Hit us up. We're in there 24/7, and we're always love talking to people. We can dive even deeper than we do out here on these shows. So thanks for the comments. Thanks for the likes. Thanks for the subscribes. All that good stuff. Yeah, Harlock. Yes, indeed, sir. I think a lot of us live in stupid states, and that's just the way that's going to be until our legislators get off their booties and realize that the ship has sailed. It's time to just legalize sports betting and move on. No matter how they feel about it, no matter how their constituents feel about it, just tough
give me
nibbies.
1 second before we move on, just so I can check something.
All righty. Thanks, Long, for tuning in.
Damn, that's good because it's only 500 at Bally, which is so.
That's the other tip we'll leave you with: multiple accounts. If you live in a smart state and not a stupid state, multiple accounts, because you need to be able to price shop. Don't take them at plus 500 if you can find them at plus 6.
And the Sharp app breaks it down and tell you who's got the best odds. So
see, that's that real time price tracker. Whatever. I like it. Good plug. Good plug. It's almost as if both sites are intertwined.
You need to listen to Geeks Pro. He did a amazing read today.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and he's like, "The crown is yours."
Oh, that's so funny. He did the live read for.
He's got to do the live read. Yeah, off the stage.
Well, until then, this one is just sponsored by Tattoo and Chapadong and DFSArmy.com. So if anybody out there wants to slap some advertising dollars our way, we would gladly accept them. And you know what? We'll pimp you and make you sound like a rock star. Yeah. All right, buddy. I guess it's the third time's a charm. We're trying to get out of here. So I'm going to go ahead and pull the plug. And we'll see everybody on top of the leaderboards. And we'll see you back here tomorrow.
All right. Thanks, guys.
See y'all. Friday, not tomorrow. Friday. Friday.
I think it's you and Raz.
Yeah. See y'all.